So WWDC was announced not too long ago, and sometimes we hear about hardware, but you know the one thing we always hear about? That's software. They always announce some new update for iPadOS, iOS, macOS, watchOS, and the OS we all love, tvOS. So in this video I'm going to be going over some of the iOS leaks I found that developers have found in previous updates to iOS that could be some potential things we could see in iOS 16. The one we've been all waiting for, and honestly Apple should have just done this off the get-go, is interactive widgets. So the picture on the right, the first widget just looks like a control center. Then under that looks like they have a voice memo widget. So this would be really nice. I would expect to see some things for like Apple Podcasts, Apple Music. So right now with these widgets that they have on iOS, instead of just being able to play music or check things off your to-do list, you have to manually get in the app. So once you tap on it, it just opens up the app. We might also see a redesigned control center. The control center right now just looks like some homework someone had to get done, so they just hurried up and did it and just threw it in the turn-in tray. But in this picture it looks like more of macOS's control center. It just looks more clean. Another thing I hope to see, which has been rumored but not as much, is to see the battery percentage in the top right come back. What they might have to do, since they have the notch now, is just make the battery sit upright and put the percentage to the left of it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that, because when you just look at your battery, you just kind of get an idea where it's at, and if you want to know exactly where it's at, you have to scroll down from the control center. Sure, it's not a huge deal, but some people just want to be able to see their battery percentage at a quick glance instead of having to go to the control center just to see their battery percentage. Another thing we might see is push API. So what that is, and they actually already do have this in settings, but you have to manually go into Safari and go into your advanced and just turn it on. But what this does is allows you to get notifications from websites you use in Safari. Kind of like how you do on Windows machines. This might be nice to see. I just hope it would ask you if you would want to receive notifications from this website. That way you just don't get bombarded from notifications from websites you just don't care about. Another feature we might see, which honestly I think this might be nice to see, is a hamburger back menu. Everybody thinking, what the heck is that? Well, when you tap on the hamburger menu, it'll give you different options of which section you want to go back to instead of having to go back, 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 back until you get there. I'm sure they would still have the regular back option, but I'm sure it'd be just some setting you have to enable in your settings. Next up on the list, Redesign Apps. So we haven't really got too big of redesign apps. We might see them get a more 3D look with a shadow behind it, kind of like what we see on macOS, which actually I think would be exactly what we see on macOS. And honestly, I think it just looks more clean and spices up your home screen a little bit if you don't already have those custom icons set. Now another feature which was well overdue, and hopefully we'll see this in iOS 16, is some different options in the lock screen. Now in this picture you can see that they have the phone app on the left and the messages app on the right. Instead of just having the camera and flashlight options, you'll be able to set up certain apps. I imagine it might be just iOS apps that come default with the phone, but even then it's still nicer than having just a flashlight and camera. There's some other leaks I've seen that we might get some options to be able to open certain apps right away. Instead of having to unlock your screen and go to a certain app, you'll be able to press down on it and unlock your phone with your Face ID, and it'll just open straight up to the app. This would allow you to be able to open third-party apps right away. And boy, would that be nice? I'm kind of lazy, so yeah, it would be nice. Last but not least, we might be able to set up certain websites on Safari to be able to be in light mode or dark mode, no matter what mode you're in. For instance, let's say you're always in light mode and you want to go to 9 to 5 Mac, but you don't like how it looks in light mode in Safari. Well, you could just switch it to dark mode in Safari while keeping your phone in light mode, and every time you visit 9 to 5 Mac, it would always come up in dark mode. So that might be a nice feature to see. Personally, I probably wouldn't use it. But anyways, guys, what are some things you would want to see in iOS 16? Let me know in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. And Tech Jefe, signing off.